Hey guys, it's Sarah. So today I have my TBR list for a readathon that I'm going to do. This readathon is called the hashtag TBR Takedown Readathon, and this is the second round of it. The first round I did back in June. It was the first week of June, and so this one is going to be the second round, so I'm going to do it again this time as well. So this readathon is hosted by Leaning Lights. So I will leave a link to her channel below. She's one of my favorite booktubers. I just adore her so much. So she's hosting this, and it's going to start on Friday, July 24th and go through Friday, July 31st, so Friday to Friday. And she did include some challenges, which I will leave a list down below. I'll also talk about them here for a second, but she mentions in her explanations of the TBR, of the readathons, that there's no rules for this one. Basically, the challenges are really there just in case you need like some ideas on what to read, or if you're stuck, you're not sure where to go. Use these challenges to kind of push you to find a good book. So I am going to try to follow the challenges, but I'm not going to pick books for all 5. I'm only going to do 4. Last time I did this readathon, I read 3.5 books, which I thought was really great. So my goal for this one is to read 4 complete books, like cover to cover. So that's my goal. And if I end up getting to a 5th one, then, you know, I'll just pick one from there. So the challenges are to read a book that is a first in a series, read a book that is a second in a series, or like the next one in a series that you enjoy, to read a book off of your TBR that has been on your shelf for over a year, to read a book out of your comfort zone, and to read a book from your latest book haul. So I'm going to do all of them except for the book haul one. And then if I get through all of them, then I'll pick something from my latest book haul. So we'll see. All of these books I'm going to be reading on my Kindle, so you're going to see a whole bunch of pictures right now just because they're all on here. So yeah. I have found that for readathons, it's easier for me to read on my Kindle because I can take this everywhere. It fits in my purse very easily. I take it with me everywhere anyway. But it's easier, you know, just if I have a few minutes to steal, I can easily pull this out versus, you know, some huge hardback that I'm trying to juggle along with my children. And then this cover has a kickstand on it, so when I'm eating lunch and my girls are doing something else, I can, you know, set it up on my table and read while I eat. So I love this thing. I love it so much. All right, so the first book that I am going to read for the readathon is called The Ribbon Boys, and this is by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the first book in a series. There's 3 out right now, and I heard there's a 4th one coming out, so it's not a trilogy. There's going to be at least 4. This was on my TBR for July anyway, and I had gotten it from the library, but I had to take it back because someone put a hold on it, and I had to take it back before I was able to start it. But yeah, so I am excited to start. I've heard very, very, very good things about this series, so I'm excited to give it a try. So that's going to be my first book in a series. The next book I would like to pick up is called Wayward, and that is by Blake Crouch, and this is the second book in the Wayward Pines trilogy. I read Pines actually I think I read that for the first round of this readathon, so I'm going to read the second one for this one for my sequel in a series. And I really, really want to finish this trilogy soon because there is a TV miniseries on right now called Wayward Pines, and that whole thing is based on these 3 books. So I'm trying to read through them so I can watch the show because the show looks really good. So that is going to be for my sequel. I'm also going to be picking up a book that is out of my comfort zone, and that one is a book that my mom sent me recently and said that she read it as a teenager and she really enjoyed it. It was one that her mom asked her to read. So this is kind of a recommendation from my grandmother, if you could put it in those terms. So this book is called 84 Charing Road, I believe, by Helene Hanff. I hope I said that right. I don't know. It's kind of a weird last name to pronounce. But this book is basically a book written in letters, and it is from a woman in London, like a book, I think she's a bookstore owner and collector, and she gets in touch with a American publishing company, and it starts off kind of bitter, like they're upset with each other, but then the more they correspond, the more a relationship blooms, and they actually end up falling in love through correspondence. So I have never heard of this book till my mom told me to read it. So I'm going to go ahead and read it. And it's a book of letters and it's pretty short. So I'm hoping that I can get through this in one day. But this is going to be a book out of my comfort zone because of the style that it's written in. I don't think I've ever read a book that's only letters. I've read books where there's been like letters inserted here and there, but this one I believe is only letters and that's it. So that'll be interesting. And the fourth book that I am going to attempt to get to is, I'm going to do one, it's kind of most recently hauled. It was sent to me by a publisher for review, and the book does not come out until August, but I thought, you know, if I'm doing a readathon, I could go ahead and read it. It's pretty short. It's called Just Say Yes, and it's by Alyssa Goodnight. I'm not 100% sure what it's about. I got it from Entangled Publishing. So yeah, but the last two books that I read from Entangled I really enjoyed, so I'm hoping to enjoy this one as well. And it is short, so I should be able to get through it fairly quickly as well. So that'll be kind of my most recent haul. It was sent to me recently, so yeah, we're gonna go with that. And if I read all four of those within the week and then I still have some time left over, I am actually going to go ahead and probably pick up the third book in the Wayward trilogy. So I don't remember the name of it. I know the first one was Pines, the second one is Wayward, and I think the third one is The Last Town. Yes, The Last Town by Blake Crouch. So if I get through all four of those and then I still have time, then I will probably go ahead and pick that up, because I have heard that Wayward ends on a really big cliffhanger, so I'm probably gonna wanna pick the third one up fairly quickly. Yeah, so that's my TBR for the hashtag TBR Takedown Readathon. I think she's calling it TBR Takedown 2.0. But like I said, I will leave a link to Shannon in the description of the video, so make sure you go check out her channel. She's really awesome. I think there's going to be co-hosts for this as well, and she's going to be doing some giveaways like on Instagram and Twitter and everything. I don't personally have a Twitter, but I do have Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff, so I'm going to start sharing my stuff there soon. Okay, that's it for me. So let me know if you guys are going to be participating in this readathon. If you are, if you have a TBR or anything, leave me a link down below, or leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys are going to be reading as well. And that's it. So I'll be back next Friday with a TBR, with a wrap up for this readathon. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to go drink my coffee now, because apparently I need some because I can't talk correctly. All right, that's it for me. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.